In 2005, Aaron Heath and Terry Howson combined the Penguin and Seal Island Eco Tours and the Wild Dolphin Swimming Tours to form Rockingham Wild Encounters. Based in the Shoalwater Island Marine Park, their business operates the ferry services to Penguin Island, as well as a number of successful tours including swimming with wild dolphins, marine park tours and glass bottom boat cruises. The business also encompasses the operation of the gift shop and cafe at Mersey Point, the departure point to Penguin Island. Part of their business's long-standing success is attributed to their use of a variety of refined and monitored marketing strategies. This has included the use of media such as flyers, press releases, website and social media, while complementing this with an emphasis on quality photography and online video. They've also made use of some often overlooked exposure opportunities, including community group and charity sponsorship, and also taking advantage of their regional tourism organisations' promotional opportunities.
When we first started up, it'd be 23 years ago now, obviously marketing dollars were really tight, so we had to be very careful about how we chose to try and attract business. So I guess the key basics were our brochure, which is distributed throughout all the hotels in Perth and other sort of key tourist destinations. We actually use 2 brochure distribution companies. We try and get that exposed throughout as much of Perth as possible. We see that as one of the key ways of attracting business, because at the end of the day it's getting to tourists that are already here looking for things to do. Recently, the last few years, we've actually upgraded the size of the brochure. We used to go with a DL and now we've gone to an A4 size brochure. The idea being is just to try and catch people's attention, and the bigger size and the nice bold pictures on the front really do that well. We've found over the years to try and keep them as simple as possible, because especially these days people tend to not read all the information that you can cram in there, so we really need to concentrate about putting the key points together that are going to make the tourists interested in actually coming and experiencing the attractions for themselves. We have had professional photos taken in the past, and we've been lucky enough to have some support from our regional tourist organisation, Experience Perth, to assist with that. There's also been instances in the past where TWA have also assisted with images, but we've also been lucky in the past in terms of we get a lot of media familiars who come and take photos of the experience, so we've managed to get a lot of good free photos that way. And we've also encouraged any of our visitors who have taken good photos of our cruises or the wildlife to send them in to us, and we've been lucky enough to have the use of those as well. We highly recommend working with your regional tourism organisation. They're probably the best support that you can get, basically. They're always doing marketing initiatives for your region, so things like attending trade shows, send out newsletters by email. They organise trade for mills, media for mills. They've all got all sorts of marketing initiatives. So basically anything that they're doing, that's in terms of Experience Perth, our regional tourism organisation, we'll always look at it, and I'd say probably 90% of the time we'll go on board. Probably the most recent one, which we've been focusing on a lot lately, is Facebook. We try and encourage people to actually spread the word about what they've done by, a prime example is on our Swim with Wild Dolphins tour. Throughout the tour we'll actually take photographs of the customers enjoying their experience, and then at the end of the cruise we get their email addresses, we send them a thank you email. Those images which we've taken during the day are uploaded to Flickr, and we send them a link to where they can view their images of the day. We make it easy for them to then share those images and hopefully their positive reviews with all their friends on Facebook. Yeah, media releases have been a really important part of marketing for us. They're great because it's basically free advertising, and from what I understand, people reading newspapers and such these days are more interested in reading the articles than actually paid advertising. The important thing is to actually have something worth listening to. We always try and put a really good image, because people are a lot more visual these days, so they're reading less and they're looking at more. So if you can draw them in with a really good picture, then they're more likely to actually have a read of the article to see what you've got to say. We quite often work with charities, so we find that's a really effective way of actually getting your media releases published, by rather than just directly telling stories about yourself and trying to push your own product, just by being associated with supporting worthwhile causes. Yeah, it's a good way to get your name out there. Another strategy we use to try and keep our marketing costs down a little is to actually try and provide free seats on our cruises where possible. We get a heap of requests from social organisations, community groups, schools wanting donations to support quiz nights and different prizes, and we found by providing free tickets, you basically get your name mentioned at the quiz night or whatever the event is. Quite often they'll help distribute your brochure, which is really important, and eventually whoever wins your prize will actually come down, experience the product for themselves. Quite often they bring extra people with them, which is new business. Once they're here on site, they might come in, buy something from the gift shop, have something to eat at the cafe. So even though you're giving away a free seat to start with, it tends to work in your favour. Measuring the success of our marketing is really important. We need to obviously know if what we're doing is effective. Every booking that we get, whether it comes in over the phone or comes online through our booking system, we ask them how they found out about us. Our websites become the most important marketing tool for our business. Our research shows that over 33% of our bookings come directly through people finding us on the web. So we've done a lot of work on our site to make sure that it ranks highly on all the search engines. I think it's really important to keep your website fairly simple, making sure you have plenty of pictures, and also video content is really important these days. Because people are so much more audio-visual, it's important that they can press a button and actually see what they're going to experience in front of them. I think it's a really important factor in them making a decision as to whether they're going to visit your attraction or somebody else's. And also being on YouTube is also going to push up your rankings in search engines and the like.